towards the end. She's absolutely going at an absolute fabulous pace. Yeah, she really is. And she's sweet because when she did her first live class, and I said some comment like, "Okay, lovely, whatever. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Remember me with the coffee." She sent me £50 in coffee. And then the following week she went to send me something else, and I was like, okay, that'll do for a bit. Like, a coffee is a coffee. Do you know what I mean? You'd have to buy me like 50 quid coffee a week. The manners are nice, aren't they, you three bitches? Lovely. Off you go. So ungrateful wretches. Off you go. Let's start with Maggie. Luke, it's been a very emotional week since my son tried to play the piano in front of people. It's been a very emotional week since my son tried to play the piano in front of people. Smooth, and can I remind you all, keep our face in the tickle position. Yeah. Some people find it quite useful if you sort of imagine that you're on a train, you're not talking to anybody. That's the position your French face would be in anyway, just to speak. But even make it even smaller than that at the back, like big chest, tickle position in the face. So just all tickle for me. Just go. Nice. Okay. And then the vowels are made here, Maggie. So separate from there. So off you go. Luke, it's been an emotional week since my son tried to play the piano in front of people. Whatever. Off you go.
Luc, il a été une semaine très émotive depuis mon fils a essayé de jouer du piano devant une audience.
Lovely. Depuis que, if we're going into a verb clause. Just one of those words, depuis que. There's a video on it. I'm walking down the road. It was when my grandma was still kicking around, and I just went for a walk down the lane. I'm walking down the road. I say, here are some words that use que if you're going to use a person. Depuis versus depuis que. Lors versus lorsque. Pendant versus pendant que. Be mindful that some of them will go to subjunctive, but not all of them. You know, like without knowing. I did it without knowing. Versus without having known, our 4-1. Okay. Sorry, I'm in a car. I forgot I need to get a haircut today before I see my parents, or they're going to chew me out. Meaning his dad. Do you know what? On speakers, I find I love Lachlan. He's working really hard. I said, are you going to find time to come to some Business On stuff? Bearing in mind that you're in France anyway. And he was like, his dad, and he showed me this text from his dad that said, yeah, we've got no time for that on the program. As in, his dad was like, this is what we're doing in France. And he was like, Dad, this would be like a really cool thing for me, my language. And the dad's very like type A, masculine, phys ed teacher. Nina, you know the sort. Do you know what I mean? Bless the kid. So other than that, then Maggie, so could you go again? Depuis que.
What am I saying? Luc, sorry, my daughter's singing. Il a été une semaine très émotive depuis que mon...
Très émotive. Now, it's a weird one because a week can't really be emotional in French, although it can be in English. To feel emotional is émotif. To pertain to emotions is émotionnel. Yeah. So on an emotional level, au niveau émotionnel. Would I say ça a été une semaine très émotive? Yeah, but it might be a little bit franglais. Alors, j'ai été très émotive cette semaine depuis que mon fils a essayé de jouer du piano devant tout le monde. Okay, that's what I would go with. So back of the mouth down. Listen with the back of the mouth down. I swear to God, if you listen with it in the right position, you'll hear it better. Play it back for me. Oh non, mais Luc, tu vois, ça a été une semaine très émotive depuis que mon fils a essayé de jouer du piano devant tout le monde.
Luc, j'ai été une semaine très émotive.
You aren't a week. Your drug is white wine. Your drug is an LSD. You are not a week.
Okay, sorry. J'ai eu une semaine très émotive depuis que mon fils jouait du piano devant une audience.
Lovely. Now I'm like, listen, because I said tout le monde, but basically, every step you just took was a lovely step. Take another step in the same direction. This here, tighten it in another direction. This here, make it bigger in another direction. Everything you just did was lovely. Go again. Oh non, mais Luc, go with j'ai eu. Go with j'ai eu. You know, if you want oh, Luc, j'ai été très émotive cette semaine parce que, enfin, depuis que mon fils a dû essayer de jouer du piano devant tout le monde. Whatever. Bring it back here. Bring it bigger here. Don't make sounds here. Make them here. Go. Try again.
Luc, j'ai eu une semaine très émotive depuis que mon fils jouait du piano devant une audience.
Good. Most of the time, you're obviously going to be translating your own thoughts. So whilst it's useful to tighten up the art of interpreting, most of the time you're going to be going off your own feelings. But remember to not go to the bumper verb. If you've got like tried to play or had to play, don't always go jouer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lovely. Nina, I know what you mean. I remember the same thing with the boys. I know what you mean. I remember the same thing with the boys.
Je sais ce que tu veux dire. Je me souviens de la même chose avec mes fils.
Good. Go again. Or avec les gars. Avec les gars. Yeah, it'll be fine as well. Avec les gars. Good. Go again. Join it together. Back down. Push it forward more. No inappropriate pauses on grammar. The grammar is correct as fuck, but no, don't put interest in the grammar. Off you go.
Oui, je sais bien ce que tu veux dire.
Pause. There's no need for pause in any of that. I know what you mean.
I remember the sentence in English. Okay.
I know. But therein lies the skill.
Yeah.
Identify with it first. I know what you mean. I remember the same thing with the boys. It's not long. Go.
Okay. Oui, je sais bien ce que tu veux dire. Je me souviens la même chose avec les gars.
Je me souviens
de la même chose avec les gars.
Good. So I want one thought. I know what you mean. I remember the same thing with the boys. Connect that emotionally. Ouais, je sais très bien ce que tu veux dire. Je me souviens de la même chose avec les gars.
Oui, je sais bien ce que tu veux dire. Je me souviens de la même chose avec les gars.
Human attachment does 95% of our work now. Like really, if we just attach to it emotionally, just go, because what does human attachment do? It sort of like turns this on, and that sort of turns this off, and it's all better. Good, Susan. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna miss the performances at the end of the school year. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna miss the. Oh, this is where you probably told me you've agreed to go back every year and watch this stuff. So, Luke, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna miss the performances at the end of the school year.
Luc, à vrai dire, je ne vais pas.
Say I miss John.
Ah.
Such a simple song, and I may or may not decide to allow you to sleep in the same room. There'll be no past first base on my language holiday, madam. Susan's like, bring it on. He's a snorer. Susan's like,
That's true.
I know. Luke, his third eye sees all. Off you go. So you're like, Luke, I'm looking forward to some digs with the girls. You're like, you stick me where you want. No, but hypothetically, say for me, I miss John. Like, I miss John.
Jean manque à moi.
You're right in the order, but you're a bit Spanish about it. John me manque. Yeah.
Jean me manque. Jean me manque.
Okay, so lovely. So the thing that is being missed does the verb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, off you go. So Luke, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to miss the performances at the end of the school year.
Luc, à vrai dire, les performances au fin d'année ne...
I'm sorry. Hang on, I need a moment. Is there a bucket I can vomit in? What is the pronunciation of the word performance?
Performance.
Thank you. What did you say?
Performance.
Well done. What's at the end?
Au fin. À la fin.
I know it's a masculine looking little bitch. Look at it. Fin. No vowels at all. But à la fin. Say for me, au début, à la fin. Au début, à la fin.
Au début, à la fin. Au début, à la fin.
Okay. Put it together again.
À vrai dire, Luc, les performances à la fin d'année ne me manqueraient pas.
I am not going to miss, so I'm going to need. Also, by the way, if you were doing manquer, it'd be manqueront, because they would be doing the verb. But when we hear the go, I'm going to want the go. And because we've decided that it's the performances doing the verb, you work out how that's going to manifest. So what's this scratchy ass? It's someone's, I think it's Susan. It's someone's feedback loop. It's like Freddy Krueger is doing this. Do you know what I mean? Off you go.
À vrai dire, les performances à la fin d'année ne vont pas me manquer.
Ne
vont pas me manquer.
Don't stress the grammatical change because you won't remember it in context. We don't need jazz hands here. Okay. Off you go.
À vrai dire, les performances à la fin d'année ne vont pas me manquer.
The end of the school year.
À vrai dire, les performances ne vont pas me manquer.
No, at the end of the school year. No, I mean as in the performances at the end of the school year. At the end of the school year. That was the original performances at the end of the school year.
Les performances à la fin de l'année de l'école ne vont pas me manquer.
L'année scolaire.
L'année scolaire.
Yeah, okay. Notice a little bit what I said to you in your class the other day, Susan, which was this video that I've got to do about de, the fourth use of de and just de, when it's a description rather than a possessive thing. So, you know, une performance de fin d'année, like, because it's the name of the performances and end of year performance. So you wouldn't necessarily have une performance de la fin de l'année, you know, whatever. Good. Susan, can you knock your mic off when you're not talking? Is that all right, please? Good. Many thanks, Maggie. Luke, it's all rather weird for me because I didn't go to school. Luke, it's all rather weird for me because I didn't go to school.
Okay, c'est bizarre pour moi parce que...
Pause. We are French speakers. We have nice vowels. What is the vowel I need for the word strange?
Bizarre.
Good. If we have turned off the consonants, in our boredom, we might look towards better vowels. If we haven't turned off the consonants, we'll be thinking I'm saying b and z, so basically my shit's covered. No, it isn't. Off you go. Bizarre. Remember, if you remember nothing else, you are sliding. You are speaking the language of slide. Okay? You are speaking the language of slide. Maggie, there's only 350 French learners that watch it anyway, but just so you know, if your daughter came in, this is obviously the public video, so we'll stick it up. So if she does want to speak to you, not that she risks anything because she's virtually an adult anyway, but just remember to whack your camera off for a second. Yeah. Good. Lovely. Although I think the pervs come for Lachlan, to be quite frank. Lovely. Off you go. So Luke, you know, I don't know. I didn't go to school. It's a strange experience for me. I didn't go to school.
Luc, c'est bizarre.
Pause. Look at me.
Yeah.
Get this into the French position.
Yeah.
Get this into the French position. This dropped, this activated, this dropped, this activated. Begin. Luke, it's a strange experience for me because I didn't go to school.
Luc, c'est un peu bizarre pour moi parce que...
Don't be lazy. I mean, I don't mind going round, but you can manage that. It's a strange experience for me because I didn't go to school.
Okay. Il est...
You Maggie, go back to Marguerite. Drop, activate, drop, activated. That's it. Go.
Il est une expérience bizarre.
Stand still. What is the grammar for it is when we are following it with a noun?
C'est une bizarre. C'est une
expérience bizarre. Lovely. C'est is used. What's the plural of c'est, by the way?
Ce sont.
Nice. C'est une expérience bizarre. Do I want you to walk around with that much grammar attached to you? No. It's a terrible burden. It's a terrible burden. Look what it's done to me. But the fact is, I just want you to say the damn sentence from the beginning to the end without an so that, oh non, mais c'est une expérience bizarre, works for you. And you just get, il est une expérience, it just sounds odd, okay? Plus it would be elle anyway. If we were going to use an elle, it would be elle, because it's expérience. Lovely. Off you go.
C'est une expérience bizarre pour
B. Okay.
C'est
English,
une-
French, look at me, look at me. Don't be a lazy bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to beach, bitch, beach, bitch. Okay. Bitch, beach. Okay. Bizarre. Off you go.
C'est une expérience bizarre pour moi, Luc, parce que je ne suis pas allée à l'école.
Pause. Now, all of you go to hell with didn't. I personally, there's nothing wrong with je suis pas allé à l'école, but I would go j'allais pas à l'école. Like I didn't used to go to school. I would stick it in, I'd stick it in that one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Nina. Luke. Luke, I remember the subject we spoke about. Schools become more difficult for younger children now. Luke, I remember the subject we spoke about. Schools become more difficult for younger children now. Nina and I were saying that the evil high school battleground now seems to be taking place about 3 to 4 years earlier. And by the time they've got to like that age, they're kind of like they've been through it. But in other words, they're bitches sooner. Yeah, so Luke, I remember the subject we spoke about. School has become more difficult for younger children. We'll go with that. Luke, I remember the subject we spoke about. Schools become more difficult for younger children.
Luc, je me souviens du sujet dont on parlait, l'école ont devenu plus difficile pour les jeunes.
Only one error. So, Luc, je me souviens du sujet dont on a parlé, or dont on parlait would be nice. Dont on se parlait sounds a bit better. Like if we were like, weirdly, dont on a parlé, fine, rather than dont on s'est parlé. You don't have to say on s'est parlé, but dont on parlait, for me, I want to say dont on se parlait. It's just one of those things, all right? L'école or les écoles, your choice. So school generally, or schools, l'école est devenue, ou les écoles sont devenues, plus difficile pour les jeunes, pour les enfants plus jeunes. So go again, try putting it together, whichever version you want. Smooth, don't stress grammar. Be interested in the words you're saying.
Luc, I remember the subject we were talking about. Okay. Luc, je me souviens du sujet dont on se parlait. Les écoles sont devenues plus difficiles pour les jeunes.
Go again, lovely.
Right.
Now have the second part of the sentence in your mind at the start. Do you know, Luke, I remember that because you're saying, I remember the subject we were speaking about. Therefore, you need to remember the subject that we were. Yeah. So the clue is in the question. So, Luke, I remember the subject we were talking about. Schools become, difficult for younger children, more difficult for younger children. Alors, Luc, je me souviens du sujet dont on se parlait. Effectivement, l'école est devenue plus difficile pour les enfants plus jeunes ou pour les jeunes. Okay?
Luc, je me souviens du sujet dont on se parlait. Les écoles ont devenu plus difficiles pour les jeunes.
Sont devenus. Être verbe, sont devenus.
Ah oui, okay, yes, okay. Luc, je me souviens du sujet dont on se parlait. Les écoles sont devenues plus difficiles pour les jeunes.
Say for me, les écoles sont devenues. So, just do the tickle noise. Say,
yeah.
No, Nina, do the tickle. Just say lightning fast. Remember the next stage of the exercise. Can you do oo? Just do the vowel oo for me, Nina. Just go oo.
Ooh.
Not oo, oo.
Ah, oo.
Lovely. Can you do an oo? Because I am saying that the consonants are doing their super quick little thing whilst we're doing the big vowels lower down. So whilst we are doing the big vowels lower down, can you do me my at the same time with an oo? Have a go.
Like and oo?
At the same time, see what we can come up with. Come on. Because that's basically French. Okay. That was a better attempt than Jason, God bless him, today. So go for me, say and push. So you're pushing through on the oo here, and you're keeping the consonant here. Go. Nice. Let the vowels win. Go. Lovely. Swap to an a. Sorry.
Tac, 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 tac.
Lovely, lovely. I'm just going to close some windows because it's been a bit weird. Meghan Markle assassination.org. We don't need that. YouTube. God, who the hell would look at YouTube? That can go. Camera. Who wants to look at gardening shit? Skype. Good grief. Was this 1994, Luke? Settings. Safari. Facebook. Email. Oh, bless my friend that's got.
I'm so old school. I literally thought you were going to get up and close the window.
Oh, no.
Right?
Do you know, the first time I realised that you had to close windows on your phone, I found there were literally 107. Yeah, I've done it for the people. I did it for Gabby once. There were literally 200 on there. I was like, oh my God, you need to do this, otherwise your phone's going to run. PayPal Business, Chat for Sig, Netflix. Good God, Luke. Photos, SMS for the occasional Luddites that send me an old message rather than WhatsApp. Good, we're back. Lovely. So this method, this this thing is just a really good thing to do. Yeah. So Luc, alors je me souviens du sujet dont on se parlait. Yeah, have another go. Les écoles sont devenues. So les écoles sont devenues. Les écoles sont devenues. Je sais, les écoles sont devenues.
Oui. Luc, oui, je me souviens du sujet dont. Ok. Luc, je me souviens du sujet dont on se parlait. Les écoles ont devenu.
Sont devenues.
Oui, les écoles sont devenues plus difficiles pour les jeunes.
Good. You have a good academic memory about whatever French we've just said, literally as the sounds of the French, which is very good because you're extrapolating meaning from it and you're listening to the sounds, which is exactly what I ask people to do for the listening part. As in, I'm like, just copy what I'm saying, don't even care what it means. That you've got really well. When speaking though, jettison that. Really try now to connect back to not. So in other words, if I gave you something to say, you as an academic exercise will listen to that sentence really, really well and copy that back. Remember, we are practicing stuff you will say now. So just try and get your soul into it a little bit more. Good. So that is a good technique to have. Definitely for anyone that's ever had an issue with listening, that's exactly what you need to do. But now you're speaking again, anchor your soul back in it. For everything you're saying, feel it as you're saying it. Good. Susan, I'm going to do that because I did say we do a bit of a listening one. I'm going to say some stuff and you're going to copy. So in the style of what we were just talking about and with our new, okay, I'm going to say some stuff. I don't want you to even care what it means. I don't want you to think if you don't get it in full that you need to not say something. First order of priority is the rhythm. You're going to give me something with the same rhythm and length back to me. So if I say, you're going to say, you're going to attempt for it to be the same rhythm. Okay. If you generally keep an ear on the vowel roller coaster, so ha he hu he ha hu ha, even if you go ha he hu hu va, whatever, try and just. So in other words, I really genuinely would be more impressed if you came out with nonsense rather than other words, because we arrive at real words through hearing the rhythm, hearing the consonants, hearing the vowels, and then it starts to resemble something. And also, this is a really stupid thing to say, but do we want to learn the French that we already know, or do we want to learn the French that you don't already know? So it's like, don't aim in your listening to know stuff because we almost kind of want you to listen out for stuff you don't know. So I know that's a really weird thing to say, but that's kind of, that's what you want. So ready. It will be fiendish. It will be fiendish, but I want it said back to me. Remember, you are playing it back to me. This down, this turned on. You're listening, this down, this turned on. Ready? I'm not saying everybody speaks at this speed all the time, but you don't need to practice listening to slower speakers because you can do that. All right. J'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui, j'ai rien foutu.
Je n'ai aucune idée pourquoi j'ai crevé aujourd'hui parce que je n'ai un peu de.
Absolutely followed what I said to the letter. Well done. Have another go. It wasn't bad at all. It even had the human quality in it. Good. This is what I have to remember what I said. J'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui, j'ai rien foutu.
Je n'ai absolument aucune idée pourquoi j'ai crevé aujourd'hui. Je n'ai rien.
Yeah, we're not wrong. Okay. J'ai aucune idée pourquoi. Ready? Ears down, chest, mouth down, chest turned on. Oh non, mais j'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui, j'ai rien foutu.
Bien, je n'ai aucune idée pourquoi j'ai crevé aujourd'hui, je n'ai rien foutu.
Lovely. Translation, j'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui, j'ai rien foutu. Translation.
I have no idea why I'm hungry today. I haven't.
Why I'm knackered. Un petit creux is I'm peckish. Yeah, I'm peckish. But crevé is like knackered. Literally, it's to gouge out something. Yeah, like crever un œil. Ooh, bless you. But yeah, so, j'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui. J'ai rien foutu.
I haven't done anything.
That's it. Now attach it to your soul and say it, this down. Your soul has this open, cavity here, and less from here. That's what your soul is, because you've been doing that for, obviously, all 46 of your years. So can you now do this, but still be Susan? Oh, mais j'ai aucune idée. So be you now. Be you. Yeah, just be you in this mode. Oh, mais j'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui, j'ai rien foutu. Have a go. This smaller, this smaller, this smaller, this smaller, this bigger, this bigger, this bigger. Go. Push.
Bien, je n'ai aucune idée pourquoi je crève aujourd'hui parce que je n'ai rien foutu.
This is smaller, this is bigger, and we're speaking on a line. Our number one buzzword for you guys is slide. That's our number one thing, so as not to overthink. Slide. J'ai aucune idée. If you don't do this small enough, and if you don't do this big enough, you can't slide. Oh non, mais j'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui, j'ai rien foutu. Slide. Slide. Go.
Bien, je n'ai aucune idée pourquoi j'ai crevé aujourd'hui, je n'ai rien foutu.
It's not bad at all, but je suis crevé, because it's not I have knackered, it's I am knackered. One more go for the road. Oh non, mais j'ai aucune idée. Luc, j'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui, j'ai rien foutu.
Bien, je n'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui.
Consonants are winning. Consonants are winning. All right? No. Next go. No, I'm going to Maggie. Consonants. Be careful of the consonants. Okay, consonants. Have a human story to tell. Mais j'ai aucune idée pourquoi je suis crevé aujourd'hui, j'ai rien foutu. Have a human story to tell. All right? Good. Maggie. I know what you mean, Susan, my love. I do nothing every day. I don't do anything. Off you go. So this is you, Maggie. I know what you mean. Oh, no. Sorry, we're going the other way around. You've got to copy me. Ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de l'ex de mon frère hier soir.
J'ai carrément vu le soir, le...
Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. It was the right technique and you were listening to vowels and you were listening to rhythm. Don't give up. Yeah, that's fine. Say nonsense. It's like a gym exercise. You're cross-training for the main event. Good. And again, don't give up. Same length, same rhythm, a rough approximation of where the vowels go, the same human story. Oh, mais ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de... I just remember what I say. Yeah. Ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de l'ex de mon frère hier soir.
J'ai fait de Kanban. I really can't.
Shaking your head is just going to neuro-linguistically program myself that we can do nothing and you can do everything. Come on. One more time. Come on. Put your ears down. Stop shaking your head. Put your chest down. Ready? Okay. Ça m'a carrément plu de voir le... I'm going to make sure I'm saying exactly the same thing, otherwise it's not fair on you. Ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de l'ex de mon frère hier soir.
C'est quand de fan flood fais-tu something.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah. Bibbity bobbity. Yeah. Okay. Majgabula, Macoides, Satius D. Lovely. Lovely. Triguna.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you know what I mean? I still sing that every time we do any laundry. Ready?
I'm sorry, I'm hopeless at this. I can't.
Oh,
Sorry.
The cell. Right. Ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de mon ex. Oh, putain de merde. Ça m'a No, and I'm not being patronizing because I can't do your job, but it's going too slowly. I can't do. Ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de l'ex de mon frère hier soir. Ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de l'ex de mon frère hier soir.
I don't know.
Were you planning on having a go, or were you just being mesmerized by my beauty? Because I very much doubt it. Have a fucking listen.
Can you say it once more, please?
No, you've missed your bloody go. Appalling, an appalling effort. Sit on your hands in the corner.
All right.
And not in a fun way. My God, an appalling listening effort. Susan.
Put it in a square or something? You put it in a square? No, but I don't understand. Yeah, go on. I'll shut up.
No, I don't want you to shut up. I want you to speak. I want Maggie. I don't want you to shut up. I don't want less Maggie. I don't want less Maggie. I know we've just done Susan, but yeah, I've got a more fiendish one for Nina because Nina didn't like listening, and now we're coming in hard with listening with Nina. All right, Nina, you can do that one. No, because it's not. You've heard it several times. Ça m'a carrément plu. So translate it for me, Maggie. Ça m'a carrément plu. What does ça m'a plu mean? What does ça m'a plu mean?
That no more something?
Ça m'a plu.
That I have more? Ça m'a plu?
So no, you're being basic bitch. This is what we do with homonyms. Homo. This is when words sound the same as other words. So yes, there are words which sound the same as other words, but where they fall, okay, is the point. Ça means what? What does ça mean?
That.
Right. So it does also mean his or her or whatever. But we know in this context because we know what's coming next. Because in other words, if it were his or her, it would precede a noun. It would be a possessive adjective, like sa mère. But we haven't got sa mère, we've got sa ma. So where do we hear ma? Ma is also a possessive adjective on occasion, ma mère. But we haven't got sa ma mère. And also we wouldn't have two subjects back to back, that and my mom, sitting in a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G. We wouldn't do that. So based on what's going on, so sa ma, so that is doing something, ma is in the middle of it, and this is the past tense, the verb plu. Yeah, what verb is plu, the past tense of? Well, it could be a couple, but what is it? Ça m'a plu.
Please or
thank you.
That pleases me. What? That pleases me.
Tense. Ça m'a plu.
That pleased me.
Thank you. Lovely. Don't tell me you can't do it. There you go. Okay. Ça m'a carrément plu. What does carrément mean?
I'm not sure.
Yes, you even said it earlier. What's
swear, please.
So basically, that definitely pleased me. That really pleased me. Yeah,
okay.
You know, yeah. Okay. Certainly pleased me. De voir le frangin. What is a frangin? We've done this word with you before.
I keep thinking of frangipani. I'm sewing. It's in my head.
Keep your morbid obesity away from the situation, just for once. You've got a frangin, and your daughter has got a frangin. No jokes. A brother. What does it mean?
A brother, did you say?
Yes. What does it mean?
A brother.
Good. In slang.
Oh, okay.
You've been told before, you just don't listen. That'll be on your chest when I carve it on you. So, frangin. What's the feminine frangin, do you think?
Frangère.
Frangine.
Frangine, okay.
Lovely, okay. What's the feminine of cousin?
Cousine, okay.
Okay. So, ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de l'ex de mon frère. De l'ex de mon frère.
Of my ex.
No. Word order. What does l'ex de mon frère mean?
The ex of the wife or something of my brother. The ex-wife of my brother.
Well, we're just the ex.
Yeah.
We don't even, who's going with wife? Just because you and your dirty web and whatever you got up to with Howard to pull him away from his first love. You bagged him though, didn't you, Maggie? You're in Switzerland, not her. Terrible, shameful business. She sits and cries every day. That bitch blonde voodoo doll. But yes, just X. Don't worry, Maggie, I've read all about it. Lovely. So ça m'a carrément plu de voir le frangin de l'ex de mon frère.
Okay.
Tell me the relationship that's going on here. Who did I say?
That pleased me to see the brother of
Speak in English. We use the Saxon genitive. We use apostrophe S. So put it in the right order.
It pleased me to see
my
brother, my ex's. My brother's ex's brother or something.
That's right. We literally reverse it. The postman's bastard love child's school teacher's assistant is the assistant of the school teacher, the bastard love child of the, we have to just go round and round and round. Lovely. And not being funny to possessives is quite fucking common, isn't it? That's it's not daft to say, oh, Howard's brother's wife, my sister-in-law, sometimes there's a word for it. Howard's best friend at school's dad died, so he had to go to, whatever. That's quite normal, isn't it, to have two of those things? So what would be then, Maggie, Howard's best friend at school's dad died?
Le père le meilleur ami de Howard est mort.
Est mort.
Mort.
Décédé. Yeah, okay. Lovely. When it comes to Howard, it could be de Howard or Doward. You could do both. De Howard sounds better though. Okay. Good. Lovely. All right. So ça m'a carrément plu. So carrément is something you could use. You can also take that through on your own. Oh, mais carrément. Carrément. You can use it on its own. Like really, truly. Lovely. Frangin, brother. Yeah? So I've said this before loads of times. If you said, my sister stole my clothes, ma sœur a volé mes vêtements, but it's far more likely to be, ma frangine m'a piqué mes fringues. Do you know what I mean? It's far more likely to be that. Good. Nina, on a side note, that me thinking of adolescent French girls. Jason's just had his class, as you know. And I said, and Jason, Maggie, I don't know if you realise this, and Susan, Jason is going to Besançon himself because he loved it so much last year. And I said, do you know what you should do? I said, you should probably contact Mathilde. That is the daughter of one of my friends who we saw a lot while we were over there, who was having a bit of a tough time, God bless her. But Jason got on really well with her because they just love basketball. And Mathilde is on a professional basketball training program. And I said, do you know what you should do, Jay? I said, you should probably contact Mathilde. I said, but I bet you actually. I said, she'll probably get in contact with you anyway, because she'll be home for summer. She won't want to just sit and hang out with Caroline. She'll know, because I think I've told her that you're coming over. So she will literally be reaching out to you. And Jason was like, my God, Luke, that's so freaky. She messaged me today saying exactly that. So I'm a wise old queen. I do know my shit. He was just like, oh my God, that is so weird that you called that. I was like, yeah, really? And I said, to be fair, it's because I got a message from Caroline a couple of days ago, and I was just like, she's bored. He's away. The chap will have gone away for summer or something like that, or something, or whatever. I don't know. Good. Nina, one for you. Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de le voir pleurer devant tout le monde.
Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de tout le monde.
Lovely. Now that's really interesting because notice that some words mark us because they're just interesting sounding words. I can't even deny, even at this stage still, it might be because the consonants were slightly more apparent. But you'll hear them later in the sentence or earlier in the sentence than they actually felt. So you felt that bouleversé had something before it, and it didn't. It was just fascinating because we do hear things in a replayed version of what it is, and we have to put it back together. So that's really interesting. One more time. Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de le voir pleurer devant tout le monde.
Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de voir pleurer tout le monde.
Good, not bad at all. Almost there. I'm not going to slow it down. I'm not going to put more interest on the bits of grammar. Because, do you know when I say don't put interest on your bits of grammar, it's because they never have light on them in a sentence. Even if I slowed some of the shit down. Oh, mais ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde.
Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de voir pleurer devant tout le monde.
One more time. Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde. Bye, Maggie. Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde.
Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de voir pleurer de monde plus loin de le monde. I'm hearing
One more
monde.
time. No, that's right. Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde.
Ah oui. Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de voir pleurer devant tout le monde.
De l'avoir pleuré.
De l'avoir pleuré.
De l'avoir, rather than de l'avoir pleuré. Do you understand? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So translation for me, ça m'a carrément bouleversé.
That really blows me away.
Yeah, or just moved me, like bowled over. It could be good or bad. It could be good or bad. Like I was just really taken back. I was really taken back.
Okay.
Yep. De l'avoir.
To see her.
Good. Pleurer.
Cry.
Good.
In front of everyone.
The
Yeah.
verb of perception. So we just went infinitive. Devant tout le monde.
Yeah, in front of everyone.
Put your soul back on it. Oh, ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde.
Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde.
Lovely. Tighter here, less here, more chest. Oh, mais ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde.
Ça m'a carrément bouleversé de voir. Ça
De
m'a
l'avoir.
Ça m'a carrément bouleversé. It's bouleversé.
It's a matter of millimeters, but put it in tighter. Tighter here, bit not tight. That's the wrong word. I don't want tight. I just want no effort. Lots of chest. It basically comes down to this. If you make more of the vowel before it reaches the chin,
okay,
you don't need to make as much vowel with the chin. And you can keep this all together. Oui, mais ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde. You know, that's what, yeah. I'm not saying it's awful at all. It's great. You're already putting so much vowel into it. And I dare say as well that there are French speakers, particularly older people, who do like a bit more consonant. Oh non, mais madame, ça m'a carrément bouleversé, mais de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde.
Yeah.
But we're not training for them. I'm not worried about you being understood by them or you understanding them. What was it you said to me on Tuesday, Susan? There was a guy who literally only spoke in vowel to you, and you were like,
yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I thought this is the guy Lucas warned me about.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's like, really seriously, this is the guy Luke warned you about. Okay. I'm normally the guy people warn people about. But good. Lovely. Oh non, mais ça m'a carrément bouleversé de l'avoir pleuré devant tout le monde. C'était hyper triste, quoi, la pauvre. Tu as normal small French. Good, Nina. Good. Let's do 2 more listenings. Susan, c'était fascinant l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
C'est fascinant l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
Lovely, but deliver it with the same vowel. thing. Don't let it be ticka, 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 ticka. Oh yeah, so slide is our number one thing to think about. Don't overthink it. You've done all the other exercises. You're both advanced. Slide, McSlide, McSlidey, McSliderson. Slide, slide. Oh, mais c'était tellement fascinant l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
Oh, c'est tellement fascinant. Écoutez ce que tu m'as.
C'était tellement fascinant l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
C'était tellement fascinant l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
Lovely. Now try and get my vowels in, because the vowels aren't compromised when we're going at the speed. Yeah, get me my hon-hee, 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 hon in a bit more. Hon-hee, hon-hee, hon. Notice in hon-hee, hon-hee, hon, there is a slide. Oui, alors ça m'a tellement fasciné. Sorry, I apologize. C'était tellement fascinant de l'histoire que j'ai... Yes, I remember what we're saying. C'était tellement fascinant de l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir. Oh, c'était tellement fascinant de l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
Oh, c'est tellement fascinant l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
One little thing at the beginning. C'était
tellement fascinant.
C'était. Rhythm. Yeah, okay. Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Rhythm, bow, we're home. Good.
Okay.
Translation. C'était tellement fascinante l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
The story that you told me last night was fascinating.
Lovely, or it was so fascinating. The story that you told me last night. Yep. Good. Attach it back to your soul now. Oh, c'était tellement fascinant l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
C'était tellement fascinant l'histoire que tu m'as racontée hier soir.
Raconter or raconter, and if we don't go to raconter, it's because we have been either A, too much vowel, or B, I will admit this is a thing as well, we've previously made more of the vowel up here than should be down here. And that means that you are starting to hold the face in the right way, and that is therefore shut down shop, shuts up shop, that has closed the factory down of a bad vowel production area, because we don't want ça m'a raconté. In other words, you shut that shit down nicely because you're giving me this really chilled, oui, alors ça m'a raconté. But with that then, we still need the, let me remind you both, close your mouth, Susan, just go for me, ooh.
Ooh.
We don't need raconter to achieve raconter. Raconter. Raconter, raconter. You can't see my back of my mouth. Raconter, fine. Raconter. Oh putain, mais Luc, qu'est-ce que tu vas nous raconter aujourd'hui? Where's the camera? Raconter, raconter. I'm not making it from raconter. It's not up here. Yeah, okay, good. Lovely. So in other words, good, good, Nina. Que je fasse gaffe, histoire de ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie.
Que je sois gaffe, que je Lizzie.
Good. Totally go with it. Totally. Enter the spirit of the program, the training program. Perfect. Que je fasse gaffe, histoire de ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie. Pardon me.
Que je sois gaffe, le raconte de rater de Lizzie.
Good. Keep going. More every time, well done. Que je fasse gaffe, histoire de ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie.
Que je fasse gaffe, histoire que j'ai raté le cours de Lizzie.
More is coming in every time. Well done. Notice out of interest that I said que je fasse gaffe. You heard the so you took it as the beginning of that word, because French is a slidey join, and we don't know whether we're hearing the beginning of a word or an ending of a word. So interesting, because I said que je fasse gaffe, and you took the so. That's all good. That's all good. Yeah. Acknowledge that the consonants that you're going to hear are going to be delivered in the method. So listen out for yeah, okay, rather than all right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this sounds really cray-cray, but it's like I always say, put the mouth and the thing in the position that you're speaking in when you're listening. Que je fasse gaffe, histoire de ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie.
Que je fasse gaffe, l'histoire de ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie.
We are better every time. I think one more and we've got it, or we're bloody close. Que je fasse gaffe, histoire de ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie.
Que je fasse gaffe, l'histoire de ne pas rater du cours de Lizzie.
que je fasse gaffe,
Ouais.
histoire de ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie.
De ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie.
Good translation. So, que je fasse gaffe.
It was necessary to be careful.
Yeah, I better. I gotta be
careful.
careful. Yeah, think of it. I got it. It's a cheeky subjunctive. I gotta be careful. Yeah.
I gotta be careful.
Histoire de ne pas rater le cours de Lizzie.
Histoire, story.
Yeah, and it means, you know, so that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a really nice thing. So if you're talking to a lady in France and you're like, well, you know, she couldn't come, you know, histoire de devoir s'occuper des enfants, whatever, you know that thing, you know, the whole, she's going to look after kids. Yeah, it's a nice little thing. Careful, it will form a tick. It's very, very, very tick sensitive, that word. Yeah, it's like histoire de, plan. We also have plan. Plan can be used like that. En plan de, you know, whatever, you know, histoire de, you know, it's like, you know, the whole thing, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Good. Don't we always have fun?
Be careful to not miss my class, Lizzie's class. Yeah, my class.
That's right. What time is it, please?
Yes, it is 10 o'clock. So
1 o'clock.
Good. We better go. Lovely. My gorgeous gown is turning back into rags. Is it? Fuck. Right. Well done, both of you. Very impressive. And also, don't your colours look lovely? Had I have known
there you go.
you were doing that, I'd have worn a jaw colour. I'd have worn. What would I? Yeah, I'd have worn a jaw. Hang on, I've got a. I got married in the shirt. Yeah, I've got like a sort of purple. You can't see on the camera. It looks too maroon here, but it's got a purple.
Brown.
Yeah, it's got a purple. It was 90s, 2000s. It was that period. I've got a shiny metallic purple shirt, which is quite
Nice.
good. Well done. Speak to you both soon.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Luke. Bye, Nina.
Close. Go on, close your bugger. It's been a bit odd. Oh,